Welcome, guys. It's been a while. I've kind of been procrastinating on making another one of these because, well, it's more of a hobby, and I have a lot to say, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to say next. But now I kind of have a reason to talk or something to say. In the last couple of months, I was thinking about moving away from Sydney, and I wasn't sure where I was going to go, and I guess wanted to go overseas earlier on, but because of visa situation or just because of visa, I wasn't able to go to the place I wanted to, so I kind of had to stay around a bit. But even now when I'm moving, there's a lot of unknowns, things I don't know how they work out, there's I'm going to be moving back home, Melbourne, and it's been about 4 years since I've been away. Melbourne's changed, I've changed, and it'll be interesting to go back. But even though Melbourne is somewhere that's familiar, my family's there, my friends are there, I know a lot of the places there, there's still a sense of unease about the process. Or maybe I'm just become accustomed to this place, I'm so accustomed to being in this environment, living in this house, going to the cafes, being around people that I am here. It's hard to once again pack up and leave and relocate. And I think this is, it's partly human nature, but it's definitely needed. Even though it's uncomfortable, I'm not comfortable by the process, I know the benefits, because when I first moved to Sydney, I came on an instinctual drive. There was no clear reason as to why I came to Sydney. I didn't understand why until I actually came. It made more sense when I actually arrived. But when I first decided to move to Sydney, I was bored of Melbourne. I wanted change. I wanted to explore a new environment, and I basically came here on pure instinct. Something told me you need to move to Sydney. There was a feeling, there was a certain emotion, and I just followed that. And within a few months of coming here, unknown, I had absolutely no reason to be here. I just wanted to move. I found the course that I was looking for, something I wanted to do for a couple of years now, at a time. And everything worked out, and now looking back, I see all the positive things, all the experiences that I needed to have, all the new insights that I needed to have by coming here. But at the time, I didn't know why I was moving. I didn't understand why I had this drive or instinct to make the change. But looking back, I see the benefits. And so with anyone's life, all our lives, eventually you will hit a place where you will have to face the unknown, not knowing, and sometimes you don't even have a reason for it. But having or knowing deep down that there is some intelligence behind this desire to move, to change, to explore, you kind of feel, okay, well, it'll work out. I will see in the future why I made the change. And it makes the process of leaving or going into unknown territory much easier and simpler. But it's definitely been a good ride. I've enjoyed being here. There's a lot of things I like about Sydney, and there's a lot of things I don't like about Sydney. And I think overall it's been a good experience for me. I'm happy to have come here. I've met a lot of cool people, made a lot of friends, got to see a lot of cool places. But yeah, it's just for me personally, it's time to move, to change, to kind of, how do I say it, put myself in a new state of change and re-exploring what is familiar for now. But yeah, I thought this is a cool thing to look into. You know, everyone's going to at some point face it. So we need to become very comfortable with it, especially if we are to move to a future that is positive, because currently, if you look at everything around you, everyone has this kind of doomsday, end of the world bullshit in their mind, which is probably not the truth or the reality. And if we are to move into a future that is more positive and beneficial and actually something we want to go to, it's actually going to be unknown, because no one has a proper vision of how that's going to be, what that's going to be like, how our lives will be, how our communities will be, how our nations will be. So there's a lot of questions, a lot of unknowns, and unknowns is part of growth, part of reaching into something you haven't already. And it's a necessary part of life. So embrace it and try your best to enjoy it. And enjoy the emotions. Embrace the emotions and the excitement and the unknown and the fears. It's all part of it, and it's good, and you need it. But enough of this. I'm going to be rambling on for not too long.